coalition of human rights groups says Nigeria has made significant strides in human rights compliance in the prosecution of the war against terrorism. The human rights group, which made this known at a press conference on Thursday in Abuja, also noted that the troops have adhered to international best practices in its various operations across the country.
The Coalition of Human Rights Monitoring Group has been actively engaged in ensuring the adherence to international conventions in the preservation of human rights by the Nigerian government and by extension the armed forces in its various operations across the length and breadth of the country. It is indeed a fact that we have been credited to have held the government accountable through the various mechanisms introduced to ensure strict compliance to the rules of engagement in warfare and ensure Nigerians' rights and privileges are not trampled upon under whatever guise. It is on this strength we convoked this press conference to give a detailed appraisal of our fact-finding mission on the operations of the Nigerian Armed Forces in the preservation of human rights in its various operations. We wish to state in unequivocal terms that there has been a considerable improvement in the conduct of the Nigerian Armed Forces regarding human rights and compliance to international conventions, especially in the last 5 years. The Coalition of Human Rights Monitoring Group wishes to put it on record that the Nigerian Army's operational strategies in the prosecution of the war against terrorism and other facts of criminalities have been outstanding with an excellent rating of human rights compliance. From all our ratings and feedback mechanism, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Buku Buratai, leads the pack of military commanders who have displayed an unalloyed commitment to upholding human rights tenets and adherence to global best practices in the rules of engagement in the warfare. Credit must be given to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Oloni-Shakin, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuku Buratai, and other heads of security agencies that have been involved directly or indirectly in the prosecution of the war against insurgency in Nigeria. The Coalition of Human Rights Monitoring Group is, by this medium, conferring on the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuku Buratai, and other top commanders of the Nigerian Army and the troops, the Human Rights Compliance Award for service to country and humanity. We also want to use this medium to encourage the Nigerian Armed Forces leadership not to rest on their oars and continue to preserve the tenets of human rights in their operations. Thank you all for your time, and God bless you.